From G-Wagons to the legendary S-Class, Mercedes-Benz has built a legacy of powerful, reliable engines over the decades. But which ones truly stood out? In this video, we're counting down the 10 most iconic Mercedes engines ever built, from smooth sedans to high-performance beasts. Stick around, because you might just meet the engine that changed automotive history. Number 10, M271 Supercharged Inline 4. Let's kick things off with the M271, a 1.8-liter supercharged inline 4 that might not turn heads at first, but definitely earned its stripes. If you drove a Mercedes in the 2000s without shelling out for a V6 or V8, chances are this engine was under your hood. Found in models like the C180, C200, and SLK, it brought real personality to entry-level Benzes, thanks to a solid low-end torque and that addictive supercharger whine. Sure, the M271 had its issues. Early versions suffered from balanced shaft gear failures, oil leaks, and plastic components that didn't age well. But despite the headaches, this engine marked a turning point. For that, it earns a place on the list. Hey, if you're enjoying this channel focused on the European car market, don't forget to subscribe for more updates, insights, and exciting content coming your way. Next on our list of engineering marvels from your favorite German car makers, we have the number 9 M100 6.3-liter V8. Let's get one thing clear. This isn't your average V8. The Mercedes M100 was a 6.3-liter powerhouse built when Mercedes didn't flinch at big engines, big statements, or bending the rules. Originally designed for the absurdly luxurious 600 grosser limousine, it hauled around dictators, celebrities, and royalty. For the real madness, Mercedes stuffed this brute into the smaller W109 chassis and birthed the 300 SEL 6.3, a luxury sedan that can outrun Ferraris. With 250 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque, it hit 60 miles per hour in under 7 seconds, making it one of the fastest cars of its time, period. It didn't just power cars, it launched a movement. This engine marked the start of the super sedan era and hinted at the AMG madness Mercedes would soon unleash. As good as the M100 sounds, though, it gets better. Number 8, OM617 Diesel Inline 5. The Mercedes-Benz OM617 is the diesel engine that simply refuses to quit. Born in the 1970s and refined through the 80s, this 5-cylinder workhorse powered legendary platforms like the W123 and W126. It wasn't fast, just brutally reliable. With 80 to 125 horsepower depending on the version, its real flex was longevity. 500,000 miles? Easy. 1 million? Not rare. Thanks to a cast iron block, forged internals, and mechanical fuel injection, the OM617 became the poster child of durability. It earned global fame not just in Mercedes cars, but swapped into Land Rovers, Hilluxes, and even boats. No delicate sensors or fragile electronics, just old-school engineering built to survive war zones and remote villages. The OM617 is a legend, and a big reason why the Mercedes name still holds weight in conversations about bulletproof reliability. Moving on quickly with our list, let's take a look at the number 7 M276 3.0-liter bit-turbo V6. The M276 DE30AL was Mercedes-Benz answer to the turbocharged V6 era, and honestly, they nailed it. Launched in the 2010s, it balanced performance, efficiency, and refinement without compromising the Mercedes driving experience. The 3.0-liter twin-turbo V6 powered everything from executive sedans to AMG 43s, offering between 329 and 401 horsepower with smooth, instant torque delivery and zero turbo lag. Whether in an E-Class or a GLE, the M276 felt responsive, polished, and surprisingly reliable for a modern turbo motor. Paired with Mercedes 7 G-tronic or 9 G-tronic gearboxes, it delivered a consistently refined and intelligent driving experience. It's one of the brand's most underrated power plants, reliable, capable, and always composed. An unsung modern classic, the M276 deserves more credit than it gets. Coming in at number 6 on our list of the most iconic Mercedes engines ever built, we have the number 6 M156 6.2-liter naturally aspirated V8. Before the M156 6.2-liter V8, AMG was just tuning Mercedes engines. But this one was all theirs, and it was a game changer. It ditched turbochargers for a naturally aspirated setup that screamed to 7,200 RPM and pushed out over 450 horsepower. No fake engine noise, no filter, just raw mechanical aggression. Drop it into a C63 and you have a luxury car turned burnout king. It made torque like a hammer and behaved like it had zero patience for civility. The M156 wasn't perfect, but it was unforgettable, and that's exactly why it still gets talked about like an engineering legend. Already we've seen some of the best engines Mercedes has ever put out. But as we approach the second half of this video, it's only about to get way better. And number 5 is the M275 6-liter twin-turbo V12. The Mercedes-Benz M275 was the ultimate flex in stealthy power. Found in the S65, CL65, and SL65 Black Series, the 6-liter twin-turbo V12 dished out 621 horsepower and up to 738 pound-feet of torque with eerie smoothness. No drama, no spikes, just relentless acceleration from idle to horizon. It wasn't built for track days, it was built to dominate the Autobahn at 300 kilometers per hour while you lounged in climate-controlled leather luxury. The M275 didn't shout, it whispered dominance. Maintenance was expensive, sure, but nobody cared. If you owned one, you already won. Up next, let's see the number 4 OM606 inline-6 diesel. The OM606 is a diesel legend among enthusiasts, debuting in the early 90s in Mercedes W124 and W210 models. The 3-liter inline-6 engine came in naturally aspirated and turbocharged versions, with the turbocharged E300 turbo diesel being a standout. Its mechanical fuel injection system, powered by the nearly indestructible Bosch pump, offers unmatched durability and control. Tuners quickly unlocked over 500 horsepower with simple mods, making it a beast for a 90s diesel. Known for reliability, the OM606 can easily surpass 500,000 kilometers with basic upkeep and still start strong in freezing conditions. It's the ultimate old-school Mercedes diesel, combining toughness, performance, and legendary longevity. All right, we're in top 3 territory now, so get ready for some serious heavy hitters. The first of which is the number 3 M178 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8. You want to talk legendary diesel engines? The OM606 is the one that diesel purists worship. Built in the early 90s and used in the W124 and early W210 Mercedes, this 3-liter inline-6 was absolutely over-engineered. It came in naturally aspirated and turbocharged versions, with the latter powering the E300 turbo diesel. But what made it special? Pure mechanical fuel injection. No electronics, just an old-school Bosch inline pump that's nearly indestructible. It's apocalypse-grade reliable. But this engine wasn't just tough, it had serious tuning potential. With a bigger turbo, a custom fuel pump, and an intercooler, people were pushing over 500 horsepower without even cracking the block open. This wasn't just a workhorse, it became a cult hero. In Europe and the Middle East, it's still revered by diesel racers and torque junkies alike. And even stock, these things run 500,000 kilometers without blinking. It's the last great Mercedes diesel. Simple, strong, and iconic. Number 2, M119 5-liter DOHC V8. Old school Mercedes fans, this one's for you. The legendary M119 V8. Born in the late 80s and early 90s, this 5-liter DOHC engine packed 32 valves, variable valve timing, and a level of refinement that made it stand out in a world of rough-around-the-edges V8s. It wasn't just smooth, it was smart, strong, and seriously overbuilt. You find it powering icons like the 500e, which Porsche helped engineer, SL500, and the S-Class. The M119 didn't just move luxury sedans, it held its own against sport cars with buttery power delivery and solid reliability to match. These engines are still going strong today, decades later, proving Mercedes meant business when they built them. The M119 wasn't just another V8, it was the kind of engine that defined an era. For those who crave classic muscle with brains and longevity, this engine is the real deal. Absolute legend status, no debate. Number 1, M198 3-liter inline-6. You didn't think any other engine would take the top spot, did you? The M198, found in the legendary Mercedes-Benz 300 SL Gullwing, is the cornerstone of Mercedes' post-war comeback and a defining moment in automotive history. It was the first production engine to feature direct fuel injection, delivering a then unbelievable 215 horsepower from just 3 liters in the mid-50s. That kind of output left everything else in the dust. This wasn't just about numbers. The M198 was hand-built with race-proven precision, rooted in Mercedes motorsport success, and engineered for both performance and reliability. While it may not be the most complex engine today, the M198 was the one that propelled Mercedes onto the global stage. It's the most iconic engine in the brand's history, and it earned that title with style. What other Mercedes engines do you think deserve a place on this list? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching. If you're enjoying this channel focused on the European car market, don't forget to subscribe for more updates, insights, and exciting content coming your way.